Hey, what's up with it, man? How y'all doing? My fault. Y'all know I'm still blind, man, shuffling, trying to figure this thing out. We in here working. I said starting my birthday, I was gonna start giving myself to y'all. So my birthday was yesterday. I couldn't make myself available yesterday. I would tell you the truth about what happened, but I'd rather tell you a lie. You'll run with a lie better than you will the truth. It's me, Gangsta, and Diesel out the mill. I don't know how this interview might go. All I know is that it's gonna go. I should have went horizontal on this recording, but we're gonna have to shuffle it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm up in here with two New Orleans original gangsters, who a lot of people try to discredit. But once it's official, you can't come back and make it unofficial. So here it is. Let me try to set it up so y'all can get a dose of this here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the birthday shout outs. You stay in the penitentiary long enough, don't nothing mean nothing. Birthdays, holidays, no days, all days the same. That's how you become numb to the pain. Let me see, where can we get? Where can we get? Let me see. We get right here, we ain't got these out the mid. Then me and Gangsta gonna have to be a little close.
We don't need these. Yeah, we don't need these.
Yeah, we don't need his face, we just need his voice.
There we go.
Yeah, we just need his voice. These are gonna remain the ghost.
Yeah, we don't need these all in the mix anyway.
This is an impromptu interview with me and Gangsta and Diesel out the mill. We don't know where this conversation going. I'm blind man shuffling. We'll make it make sense in a minute.
That's facts. So listen, man. First of all, I'm Terrence Gangsta with AKOG Gated. Y'all hanging out with Us Podcast, Talk Your Talk, and we got two podcasts. Right now we got the Gary. This the Sane side, this the Cowboy side.
We got evicted out here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got evicted.
Yeah. So because Diesel came from New Orleans, so he in town. So now we had to mix it. We had to change it up. First we had gang related in here. OG Sane, Anthony Dewberry, Charleston White. But then when Diesel came, I said, man, y'all know how it is. Y'all showed me love in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas. I love y'all. Fort Worth, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Manfield. But I just switched up. My homie down here now. So I changed the plan. But listen, man, let's get right into this. First thing I want to address, we have, I need to respond to Crypto Jeezy and Rashid. Shout out to Crypto Jeezy. Shout out to Rashid out to Magnolia. Rashid had addressed, because we've been talking about this for a while, so I see he grows some kahunas. And to let you know who Rashid is, that's he one third of the Think Twice podcast with the Magnolia twin, them dudes who think they know how to cook.
The Magnolia twins is about to lose their credibility.
Okay, talk to them.
The Magnolia twins said that they was the cooks out of New Orleans that represented New Orleans taste. All I know is they talk loud and said nothing. We ain't heard from the what that been about 2-3 months?
Man, I feel like a year, but yeah, about 2-3 months.
Okay, Magnolia twins.
Right.
Before the state, before the city, before the hood. We giving y'all a chance to redeem yourself. You said you was gonna come represent New Orleans in the cookout, in the kitchen wars. I ain't heard nothing else from you. You said when you finished, I guess y'all still at the event in Houston. I don't know. All I'm saying is you got 72 hours to affirm or what they call it, concede.
Yeah,
you can buy out gracefully.
Good. I just want to let them know this too, because you know about them being on my project. We selling gang related and Up With Us podcast white flags. So y'all want to turn in the store in the flag, saying y'all surrender, y'all give up. We got them flags for y'all.
Yeah, gang related, man. God is above my emotions. Getting that money every day. You can always detour and not have to enter the battle. Say retreat is a strategy of war. So Magnolia twins, if you want to retreat, I grant you that. No embarrassments on the city, man, because we got love for the NO. Even though we got to battle with the NO, because I'm introducing the Texas gumbo.
That's what it is. And I'm Gangsta out the Magnolia.
These out that milk.
We both stabbing that. We stabbing that gumbo. That's what it is. Now, I just want to say this right quick before we get into our topics. Rashid, you know your cousin Master P a hater. You know P ain't want the people to sign cash money. You know that, brother. But you can get on there with Crypto Jeezy and Chan Crypto Jeezy sitting there just smirking and smiling on that little small channel he got. But anyway, let's just move on.
Hold up, we can't move on, man, because people down here, we looking at P as the Mr. How you do that? So you calling him a hater?
Yeah, I said I didn't stutter. And all right, back when P got on with Priority, so Cash Money coming behind him. So they with the Priority said, man, we can't sign. He said P told him if we sign y'all, he leaving. So Rashid was like, man, them people not gonna tell y'all nothing like that. First of all, them white folks, they don't care. Black folks don't want to be like, man, don't say them between me and you. Woo, woo. So I was like, man, them people told Cash Money, man, we can't sack his P. Say don't do it. And back then, P was hating.
So you saying on record that P was hating on Cash Money?
Right, that's what I said. I said that on record. I'm stamping that. Yeah, big facts. Yeah, he did that. Baby said on Nick Cannon interview, Birdman confirmed it too. I had been talking about it, but Birdman just did an interview with Nick Cannon, and he said the people told her. Bird said he must never heard of P. So he had never seen P out in the street.
P.N.O. certified, ain't it?
Yeah, he born and raised. Now we not taking away he born and raised from. But what we saying is it's a difference. Like, first of all, shout out to Master P. He's successful. He showed us that you can get out the hood, you can get money. But what we saying is a lot of people in the world, in the industry, internet, social media, go to thinking that P was really the streets. P was really no. Now he drove in the streets to get where he had to go. But what we saying is ain't nobody heard of no man. Well, I would say this. I'm from the Magnolia. I ain't never heard of him. Well, you heard of P when he was on the street?
He used to be coming out in the mail by down to Washington. Him and Big Biles.
And what they be doing?
Getting that work.
Well, see, he gone.
See, I'm from Texas, so what it sounds like to me is P was the Ice Cube of the N.O. That what you saying? See, Cube projected it like he was body, but he really wasn't body. He just talked about it. So you saying P talked about it, but really wasn't body. He just internalized and brought the stories that he seen to the mainstream.
But now, see, he know of P. So he know P didn't come around. See, Bird on them lived in the Magnolia. But P didn't, I never heard of Master P in the streets. Now, he's saying he did, so I can't say he lying. I never heard him, but he's saying he heard him.
Well, P just was a rapper. That was
become the person.
You
become the person, not Master P. You used to become in the mail.
I'm trying to dress like me. I just noticed that you got my black and white.
Oh, I didn't see that, bro.
Man.
I know the black shirt, you got a white one.
P did what we doing.
Yeah.
He perfected the game and changed his life.
Y'all
know him as person. He recreated himself as Master P and presented himself to the industry as Master P, telling the stories of all of the people that he had them witnessed, heard about, or seen.
Well, he didn't witness, he heard about, because he went to Cali.
Right.
Because even Rashid's demonstrating that. Yeah, he didn't see nothing. He went to Cali. Even his
hold up, man. You can't, because see, it's a lot of people down here got a lot of respect for P. You can't just say he ain't seen that. He went to Cali at what age?
What, about 3-4 years old? No. He went older, like in his 20s, I guess.
Okay, so he seen some up until then, cause he from the trenches, right?
You know what I'm saying?
He from
Project, yeah.
Okay, so he seen. We can't just totally discredit P, or you saying ain't no credibility to P.
When you say no, I'm saying there's industry credibility. I'm saying there's not in the streets credibility. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, on what he's saying, what you saying?
He was a good dude, making money.
The industry credibility is what got him paid.
Right.
The street credibility was what gonna have him suffering.
No, the street credibility was what got him paid, because all rappers, let me tell you, the majority of the gangster rappers either come from the streets, have family members in the streets, or rap about.
P wasn't no gangster rapper. P was a dope rapper.
But he talked that.
He talked dope talk.
He said, all my ghetto hero, he shout out all the gangsters. Listen, all ghetto hero, he must scream my name in now.
Man, don't tell me in front of my
body.
Nah, man, let's let the tank.
Yeah, the tank ran out of diesel.
Nah,
unintended diesel.
Nah, man, the tracks on the tank, man.
They don't listen. The
The
tank
tank running over everything.
Use is over.
In them 90s.
That helicopter that came in now.
Say, bro.
Send the drone first. Go see what they had. Send the drone, then the helicopter came. Then the hot boys.
Man,
take over.
So you saying, you know, hold up.
I'll talk to them.
I'm not gonna put words in your mouth.
Right.
What are you saying about P?
P is a very good hustler. P busted dope for the rap game. But P a hater. And now what I'm saying is, and P lie a lot, but what I'm saying is, P now that he done fell off, now you see he got a lot of time for the city. You see he back there when P was at the top of his game, P ain't never went back to that city. But one time, no, that's when he was just starting off, actually for the summit. He was locked up then. But he had came down there for the to the dome. But other than that, he wasn't spending time in New Orleans. He like practically he living in Cali now. He back down that now.
How you gonna, what actions allow you to classify P as a hater?
The stuff he been saying and doing. Still in the Hot Boys. You ain't heard nothing about no Hot Boys until when Cash Money came out with the group Hot Boys. That's when P started doing that. And the only things that ticked me off with Birdman and they never would say something to him about that. Now in this day and time, Bird finally starting to speak out about P. Go look at the Nick Cannon thing. Bird in the street. Bird said, I ain't never heard of P down there. That what Birdman say, man. I'm just that what that man say.
I'm just listening and respecting the, you know, politics. I don't know enough to have a true opinion about it. But P came on the set officially as an official representative of the NO, and he was one of the pioneers that were responsible for putting NO on the map in our eyes.
I'm not taking that from him. That's a fact. Putting it on the map is different from being in the streets. See, you could go to the work. Listen, you can have people in the city of New Orleans putting in all kind of work, right? But whoever get the spotlight worldwide, they're gonna be able to paint the picture how they want to paint it, because everybody looking at them and watching them. So P was able to, you know, say a lot of stuff, do a lot of stuff, and get away with a lot of stuff at first. But then once Cash Money got their footing, once they helicopter started, with the propeller with the things, with the going around, and then the helicopter bling bling took over, it was over with. Then Wayne just murdered the game.
Okay.
You know, so, but at the end of the day, man, I salute him, but I didn't forget a lot of the petty stuff he was doing and saying. Now we can move on?
Yeah.
Because I want to ask you some questions. Okay. You interviewed me about I want to know, because there's a lot of other people want to know, because people ask me this question all the time about me interviewing Charleston. So you, a very good friend of Charleston, how is it working with Charleston White?
It's unexpected. It's unpredictable. It's unexpected. It's interesting. It's entertaining. It's rewarding, and it's challenging.
So you got your work cut out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's all you can do is work with a person of such a stature, and try to find ways to be complementary to the game that he putting down. It's almost like going on a journey in a forest or a jungle. You're gonna have moments of enjoyment. You're gonna have moments of despair. You're gonna have moments of unpredictability. You're gonna have moments where this might be the end of the journey. But some kind of way, you got to find a way to navigate around the pitfalls and keep pressing forward. And we've been fortunate enough to keep pressing forward in spite of it all. All of the dangers that's lurking, that could be, that's not. So it's very much, it's like life, man. You just have to live it 1 second at a time, 1 step at a time, 1 day at a time.
The world know Charleston White and Dewberry, but you play a major part with a lot going on in this industry with Charleston White. So how do Anthony Dewberry handle that while you being in the mix?
Well, because he just let things unfold as they unfold, and Dewberry is a complementary piece. And plus he understand what the overall agenda is. That's why we got the podcast called Gang Related. We gang related, not gang related. We come from the gang relation to the gang relation. Understanding that this was a counterproductive, destructive path of life. So we rerouted and took a different navigational system to start pursuing our destination. And you know, just like any other thing in life, when it's more than one person doing it, it's gonna be challenging. But the end justifies the means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got one goal, one agenda. That's to try to accomplish better, try to do better, and try to move better. And anytime you engaged in something and it's progressful and beneficial, you can endure the hardships of it.
Okay, this is a question on that. Yesterday was your birthday, right?
And Dewberry birthday.
And Dewberry. All right, happy birthday to you, brothers.
Appreciate
You don't really celebrate birthdays, do you?
I don't really celebrate no days. I'm appreciative, but my birthday is every day, honestly, if you ask me. But, you know, I subscribe to the traditional ways of thinking to acknowledge a day that somebody told me about, but I really don't know when my birthday is. I'm just going off what I was told, so I just play the game, man. Yeah, mama and them told me that, and I got another birthday that I designated my birthday. But they gave me that one, so I just roll with it sometimes.
Okay, so the one you designated, what day?
The one I designated is the one in which I say I came into the realization and the understanding that I needed to start doing the things that I could do to change, to create a new me. That was my new year. That was my birthday. Yeah, so that's the one that I can't, you know, I acknowledge. Yeah, I got several birthdays. It just all, yeah, I got a bunch of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't just got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got several birthdays. And one of them is the day that I got certified. You know, I went from being a juvenile to an adult by the criminal judicial system. That was a birthday because that was a painful experience that stimulated my growth and development. So yeah, I was rebirthed on that day.
Okay, so do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got seven kids.
7 kids. All different women?
5 different women.
Oh, he's a player, huh?
Can I get a big
I wouldn't call it a player. I just say that I was kind of reckless. I was, you know, operating blindfolded.
Okay.
Not really understanding the responsibilities associated with my actions or even really caring about the responsibilities. The caring and understanding didn't come until years later. So yeah, a lot of them babies was mistake babies.
I know about that.
Yeah, a lot of them babies was mistake babies.
We gotta get back to that. These you know about this. But I want to say this here, speaking of children. I just went to Colorado on the 27th. I went to the DNA test. A few days ago, they emailed me my results. I thought I was about to go to Maury, but they emailed me my results, and the boy mine. So I have a 1-year-old son.
You bad man.
1-year-old son.
And how old are you?
50.
So you 50 years old with a 1-year-old son. Did you prepare for this baby? Did you put thought and intent into this baby?
No, I just put a thought and intent in his mom.
Okay, now see a lot of people when I use the term mistake baby, they say, oh, God don't make no mistake. We ain't talking about God actions. We talking about, because see, a lot of time we just were going through the motions, trying to satisfy ourselves at that time, being reckless in our behavior, and boom, here come a baby. That's what I call mistake babies. Now, that don't mean that the baby is down. That just means that we didn't put no thought, energy, or desire into reproducing this life. We was just trying to have a good time, and by way of a good time, here come the baby. So that's the definition of the mistake baby.
Oh, okay.
So don't come for me talking about ain't no babies, no mistakes. You lying to me. It is some babies, some mistakes. Because if your mama and daddy was laying down, engaged in the act without the desire and the intent to recreate you a mistake. That's beautiful.
And not using
Let me show you
protection.
Yeah, if you ain't using protection, you just you just operating blindfolded. You rolling the dice, shooting shots in the dark, trying to hit the bullseye. And sometimes a nigga hit and really wasn't trying to hit.
That's right.
But he was hitting. So here come the mistake, baby. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
he already got the look.
Yeah, man. So,
And he won.
1 years old.
Look good like him.
Well,
1 years old. Bro.
I came home busting like that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I came home busting. And it's crazy because when I went to prison pre-HIV and AIDS, I came home post-HIV and AIDS after Easy E and Magic and all of them. So when you think about that, it makes you like, after understanding things the way we understand, how you come out and have such a reckless disregard for your overall actions as it relates to sexual relations. What you think about that? Since you 50 with a 1-year-old that you wasn't trying to make, and you did how much time?
23 years, 10 months.
And you propagate, promote, and try to encourage people to know their status.
Right.
Get tested, and so understanding all that and understanding that you operated in a way that's contradictory to that. Or would you agree to that?
No, I totally disagree, but I will let you finish.
Okay, well.
Yeah, because what I do with a woman, if I automatically, listen, let me show you. I'm so serious about knowing your status. You keep up with yourself. I've been carrying, look at, you see this here?
Yeah.
I carry that stuff with me, right? So, what I do is, once me and the woman start kicking it, and I like her, I gotta see the chart. So when we first kicking it, I gotta see the chart. So now I know, okay, I can grade on, take the coat off. You know what I'm saying? It's hot inside. Sometimes you want to take the coat off, it's good inside. So, so I can take the coat off. So that was that situation. See, I had to saw the paperwork, okay, that chart, that my chart. You know, that's what they pull out. Let me see the chart.
So you really you wasn't concerned about procreating.
I want more children. I want at least 10 of them.
You want 10 more?
This what happened.
Hold up. You want 10 more, or you want a total of 10?
I want 9 more.
And how many?
Nah.
So you want a total of 21 kids?
Yeah, I would love to have that.
So you're going to be making babies into your 60s?
Man, I'm trying to. If God bless me to do that, that's what it is. But I plan to be married doing it.
To how many wives?
I'm about 2.
2 wives?
2, yeah, because I can't handle too many. I only handle 1,
so that's like 4 babies by one, 5 by the other. Is this one that just had this 1-year-old gonna be one of your wives, or is
no?
So now, okay, you're gonna have 2 wives with a fresh baby mama.
Right.
You finna have some problems.
No, I'm not. See, this is the problem with that. See, a lot of men attract women that's toxic, that with the problem. You have some women that have understanding. You have some women that be like, okay, I know what's going on, I know what it is, and they're not living in denial. Because you have some women that'll be like, they know you're a dog, they know you fresh out the streets, but they'll date you, and then once you hump them, you they man, and then they forget that they got you out the street, they forget they got you out the club, they forget you was just making it rain, and they forget you had just hollered at her and her friend, and the other girl down the block. So they forget that stuff, so that's when you have problems. Because a woman, one thing we agree, everybody wear masks. But with the women, they more cunning, more, so they'll come with you like, yeah, it's cool, I understand that. Then they just switch on you. See, I do my homework with the women, and I can tell like from how they carry themselves from, and that's the only ones I'm gonna deal with that situation.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, I got to answer.
Do you profile these women? Meaning, because see, do they have to be of a certain age?
Yeah.
And why is that important?
Okay, when you say a certain age, you talking about for me to date or for me to?
For you to procreate with. How old is this woman that you got the baby by?
She in her 30s.
She in her 30s. So do you
like
think
34, 35?
if she was 24?
No.
Okay, so you do profile these women. You understand that if you do this type of actions with a person in this category, that it's a higher risk associated. Right. But once they done crossed the tracks and went over here, see, you got turnouts and you got borderline burnouts.
How about say burnouts?
I ain't gonna call them no burnouts.
Man, I don't burn out, bro.
Man, I agree with you, but I ain't gonna say it.
Well, I say it for you.
Okay.
Burnouts.
So which ones you prefer?
Both. I don't discriminate. I love them all.
Which ones you prefer to procreate with?
Well, when I get with a woman to bring a child in this world, she got to be stable. She got to have a nice job. She got to have some stuff going on for herself.
How old do she need to be minimum?
That's up for debate because I contradict myself a lot. Like I might say I only want a woman 40 years old, and then I might see one that's 30 and she more mature than the one that's 40. Because you got some that's up in age still got childish mindsets.
I agree, 100%, 1,000%.
Wait, hold on. These are says I think these have been through something like that.
I said that's facts.
What said again?
That's facts.
Oh, okay. So but anyway, man, I'm just out here enjoying life and whoever I come across, we get to kicking it. See, I look at the little things with a woman too. I let women know, don't think that you have a beautiful face, a nice body, that you're gonna just have your way with me, where I'm just gonna take care of everything and you just waltz around the house, because I'm gonna get tired of sitting in there at some point. And then with all the fake bodies and all kinds of stuff on social media, I can go there and see that. You need to get a job, you need to be able to bring something to the table, you need to be able to help me or show me, because I don't know everything. I might forget some stuff.
Right. But with you being 50, if you have a baby by a woman that's 40, y'all done made an old folk baby.
Yeah.
So you ain't tripping about the old folk babies?
No. Do they trip out the old folk money? I'm asking. Do they trip out the old folk money, bro?
I'm just saying that. Because if you bring a baby into this world, and he born with that old soul,
that's good.
Yeah, you got some dilemmas.
Well, no, he got the dilemmas. My job is this here, to make sure he grew up in a nice household. He have everything he need, provide for him, and give him the best education I can. And then I can also school him, son, this will happen to me, so he don't have to go that route, right? But once he get up in age now, it's up to him now. He on his own, because I done my part.
But if you got babies by all of these different women in all of these different places, you can't service all of these different residences at one time.
Why you can't? Well, when you say all, how many you saying all?
You say you're going to have 10 more kids.
Right.
So you said about 2 women.
I didn't say 10 women,
so
right?
his mama make the third woman.
Right.
2 is a company.
But what I respect about his mother don't sweat me. His mother don't must bother me.
He only
I
one.
check for him.
He only one.
That's what the most needed.
And you ain't procreated since you created him. When you started.
Well, you don't know, I might got something else in the oven.
Well, I'm going by what
I'm
you
a hot boy.
too, man.
I'm telling you, you can't. This is what I learned about when a woman says she's pregnant. Sometimes they be lying, or while she's pregnant, you don't know what's going on, and sometimes women lose the child. So when you get to celebrate and party, that's why I don't like. And another thing I don't like the baby shower situation. I'm gonna buy everything for my child on my own.
Baby showers traditionally not for the man. That's a
no. I don't want. No, I'm saying I don't want no baby shower period for my child. What I'm saying.
No.
Every child, when I was on the street, I just go buy all the stuff myself, because with baby showers, your lady looking for her friends and certain people to bring gifts, and then sometimes when people don't come, and she be disappointed. Her feelings hurt. So sometimes they can start an argument, and then the thing about it is they going back and forth. You ain't wasn't there for me. I did this and that for you, and then her friend might respond, but that's your child that have something to do with that situation. So to alleviate all that, I always buy everything for my child. Yeah, I don't do that baby shower stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we can move on, because you
we
drilling me.
Yeah, we found.
While we in the truth, we still talk about relationships then.
Yeah.
Because you good with the relationship thing. You know what I noticed too about you, because I'm checking you out, because it's like, in your mind, it's like, man, you can't get, because you have a wife, right?
Yeah.
And you only have one wife.
Yeah.
So in your mind, because you got other children, baby mothers though.
Yeah.
So, but you happy now that you have this one wife, because you don't have to deal with all the headaches.
It's still a headache.
How?
Because it's 2 different people trying to operate in a unity. And I'm kind of hard to deal with.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm kind of hard to deal. Yeah, I'm fucked up. Yeah, I'm fucked up. I mean, you can't not be hard to deal with, and you grew up under the conditions I grew up in. And you suffer from the psychological conditions, the emotional conditions that I suffer from. I'm not normal by no stretch of the imagination. You don't go to prison as a 15-year-old boy and come out damn near a 30-year-old man and be normal. To even expect that is unrealistic.
So he went at 19. He came out. He's 70 now, right?
Yeah, I'm 70.
He did 30 years. 30 been on 8 months, so he ain't know.
Yeah, by no stretch of the imagination.
I ain't messed up. They say I am. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm messed
Yeah,
up.
it's gonna take him some time, man. He got to get. He ain't even got going yet.
No.
He's still being released. He haven't even integrated into the world.
Because
in
he
8
want
months.
to see Eric go where he just be smiling there.
But see, he really got a blessing because I stayed on a monitor for 2 years. After I came home, they released him without a monitor. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I think, well, the age have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Because see, I was still relatively young when I got out. Where you had to kind of cross that age and in age, you had to aged out of the high risk category, and I still was right there. So it makes sense. But I think the average person that come home from prison after an extensive stay in prison should be slowly reintegrated back into the society. Because we just be thinking we ready, but we can't be ready for all of the things that come at us.
We be knowing that. We don't be knowing that.
Let me say, I disagree with that. With this part. I don't want to go to no halfway house.
Okay.
You ain't even halfway from home. I need to go straight home because when you go to the halfway house, you're still kind of in jail.
I was at home. I don't agree with no halfway house either.
What were you saying about?
I said the monitor. I think that people.
No, don't mind. You mind me for 30 years.
No. The average dude the average dude that get released from prison only know how to function properly when they closely monitored. That's why. No. That's why the average dude that get out, if you just let them run rampant, they gonna disgrace themselves.
Let me ask you something. When you got home, did you have a shank? Did you go? Was you still like cleaning up everything? This is my territory. Don't come over. Don't sleep in my room.
I still had some of them hang-ups.
Prison traits, right?
Yeah. I came home and I still was wearing 2 pair of boxers. Yes, sir.
Did you bring the boxer to the shower and wash it?
And when I'm on the road right now, I still wash my underwear and socks.
I like doing that.
Charleston have a fit. That nigga have a fit. I wash my underwear and my socks, and I
saw that. Yeah, I told. I said, boy, he's a Tuesday live, but he's still.
Yeah. But he say, man, nigga, what you want? Man, I don't want to carry no old
dirty stuff
with me. It's going in my bag. Yeah, it's mine, but I don't want it to be smelly. What if I go to the ESA and they want to dump it? No, man, I got to. It's just some things that we pick up in prison, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those habits are beneficial and conducive to living a productive life.
And now, to what you were saying, the reason why I think that it's not good all the time to have a person on monitor and certain stuff, because when we get out, we still be feeling like the people still still have that hold on me. I did my time. I was out here at first, before you locked me up. So now I'm back out here. It just, like with me, when I come on, it just threw me out, but I didn't complain. I didn't know nothing, but the internet was helping me. People, you got to do it. I'm like, what to do? What's way to go? They was helping me out. And then the GPS, we had the map, the paper. When we like, all right, gotta go here, gotta go this.
But you ain't the average dude that go to prison. Because the average dude that go to prison come home without a game plan.
I ain't have a game plan.
Yeah, you did, because you had established a non-profit while you was in prison.
But that wasn't a game. That's just, we be in jail.
You had an idea.
You had
an idea. The average nigga done sat down there playing dominoes, bullshitting, playing booty games, and watching sports.
See, I never liked to take it. Like, I played chess, but then you get two things about chess. It gets boring because we do the same old moves, same old stuff. And another thing I don't like about chess, I got to like you to play with you because dudes that's when they get disrespectful. Oh, B8 or your B word, the blah, 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 because they get through the chest. Man, so you know what?
But see, you went through a metamorphosis while you was in prison because you became Muslim. Mm-hmm. So once you became Muslim, you started applying yourself in ways that was going to stimulate you to evolve. So you didn't come out of prison the same way.
Get back on me, boy. Hold on.
No, man, you didn't come out of prison the way you went into prison. Because you started changing your perspectives, your values, and your ways of operating in prison. So when you came home, you had a better chance of succeeding than you had before you went to prison.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying you really wasn't, and then you had done aged out of that high risk category.
Big fact.
Because when you came home, how old was you?
47.
Come on, man. And so you know I can't go give these people another 20. It's over.
Now you said 20, I can't give them 6.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't never want to go back to jail. That's why I make sure I stay out of the certain areas of certain company or people that I know that might lead me back to jail. I stay away from that.
Stay out of high risk situations.
Yeah, man, I don't never want to go back to jail. And then you know I got that other high rate that he gonna tell it. So if I'm around you, you don't take your charge, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you a split second to tell the people that's mine. I'm be looking at you like, what you gonna do now?
But that's the truth. That's it. That's what they charge.
Man, you going? I ain't going back to jail. That's why I stay away from a lot of stuff.
But you know what I always tell people, all jokes aside, it's more dudes who done told it, who will tell it, and who gonna tell it, than it ain't. All of that old stick to the code, that shit got an expiration date on it. You get yourself in the right fix and you'll find out that code didn't exist. Well, because when they start telling you you're going to die here and you can see that it's a reality, that this is true, you go looking for a way out. Everybody want to be gangster till it's time to take on the suffering of being gangster. Because, man, that suffering is long lasting and it don't raise up. 30 years later, they still applying pressure. 50 years later, they still applying pressure. They ain't changed. You have. You ain't as strong and as vibrant as you was when you were 19 at 50. Yeah, so your constitution, you ready to start modifying it. It's time to start modifying that constitution. Yeah, man, the things that used to govern me at 20, I don't give a damn about that no more. Man, I'm ready to get out of here. I want to make me a baby. I want to have me a woman. And I just want to live a normal life. The hell with the streets and that code. Come on. It don't apply to me no more. So, but people that's younger listen to us and hear us now and say, man, OG tripping. I ain't gonna never, I would never, nobody will until they do. So, you know, we sit back with opinions about what people do, but we don't know what we'll do until we in that situation.
So we coming up on our time, y'all, but I like this here, man. It was a good podcast we did, gang related. We hooked up. With us hooked up with gang related podcast. Shout out to Charleston White, shout out to Andy Dewberry. They part of the gang related podcast. We gotta remember we mentioned Crypto Jesus that's a part of the With Us podcast. But we had to come for Crypto Jesus. Well, I had to come and say I had to come for Crypto Jesus today because you got Rashid that's with the Think Twice podcast. Shout out to Think Twice podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. They go live every day. It's two twins from the Magnolia, Rashid from the Magnolia. They be on there, they go live. You know, we bring the most smoke, you know, gang-related podcast. With Us podcast, that's what we doing, baby.
I need you to speak to something, man, because NO got a stigma of being the city of the cooks, of the cooking. They bring all the flavors. I'm the cook that initiated the challenge to the dudes who supposed to be repping NO. Right. And I told them I was introducing Texas gumbo, and a lot of people from NO and Louisiana had something to say. They was kind of bitter about it, but I don't take it back. I'm introducing the Texas gumbo. They say ain't no such thing. It is. I created it. That's why you don't know about it. Okay. The Magnolia twins supposedly came and represented NO. They ain't showed up yet. So anybody in the NO that know you know the Magnolia twins, don't you?
Unfortunately,
yeah. Can you issue a public service announcement?
I'm about to do one better.
Yeah, because they supposed to represent their word, and their word supposed to represent them. All I know is they told me something that I ain't seen, so it's a conflict of interest somewhere. I think I got their number too. I think they told me when they finished the event in Houston, I think they still in Houston. They still in Houston, ain't they?
Yeah, they hiding in Houston.
Magnolia twins, we know y'all in Houston. Y'all need to stop that, man. what you call it, pump faking?
Yeah, what they doing, pump faking.
I got that from Giggity, man.
You on the quarterback and be like, thinking they gonna throw it, pump faking.
Hey,
That's what he doing. That's what he be doing.
y'all need to quit pump faking.
Oh, he go one on the phone on my right here. See, he gonna pick up too. She ain't busy. He always answer for me.
Somebody say this, that Fleece Johnson stuff.
Say, listen, we doing a podcast right now. And I got OG Sane right here, bro, and he had some word for you and your brother. And I said what I was gonna do, because he told me to get word. I said, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna call you right now because he think you ducking that wreck with that food.
When that man told me that Texas gumbo, I knew he wasn't ready for this smoke. I can't take no brick they call it a Louisiana brick because it's a Texas thing. You understand? But say, I know you listening. You want some of that smoke? Say, bro, that's what that is.
Say, brother, we had an understanding last time we talked. But if you think inside the box, we wasting our time. And it sounds like you thinking inside the box, telling me what can't be. That's what's called ingenuity. That's how you create and innovate. You have to be able to see what other people see, but identify it as something else. Now, I ain't finna give you no lecture on that, because me and you supposed to be doing better. All I know is 3 months ago, when you left Houston, we supposed to be making this an official thing. So I'm guessing you still in Houston.
Well, I'm on my way to New Orleans right now, but yeah, I'm still in Houston.
Okay.
I'll be back Monday.
Would it be better for you if I brought it to Houston?
Good. That was the plan. We supposed to go down, get a little spot, you know what I'm saying? Go have on a little spot and do our cooking thing. Yeah, that was supposed to happen.
Now, I am giving you an opportunity to wave the white flag. You don't have to take this challenge.
What is the white flag? You know, I sold the ring. Only got sold the
Oh, okay, they talking that talk. Them boys said they only got soda man.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
You can't create something like the car, talking the car. You got to call it something else.
If I let you set the boundaries, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whenever you ready, man. Whenever you ready to get up at the song gate, it's on.
Kitchen wars in full effect, man. I just went to Cleveland and called them out. I got caskets for New Orleans and Cleveland.
Man, Cleveland ain't no competition. They don't do nothing but Philly out there, man.
Man, I told them that, just like I told you some things. Let's go.
See, if you go to your listeners right here, I ain't gonna keep you. I know y'all doing the podcast right now. But Cleveland ain't known for food. So that's really not a scandal. We known for food, so you really running up on some things.
I don't know. I think that's been outdated. NO used to be known for food. Now y'all known for the Mardi Gras and the Bayou. Now y'all know.
The best for food right now.
Who did the voting?
Professionals from around the world.
Come on, man. Well, you got a chance to keep it going. Or I'm gonna take the title. You and your twin. I know your twin. I know your twin right there, man. I ain't just talking to you. I know I'm talking to two of y'all, man. Say, y'all, he ain't gonna sneak me. I know he back there. Yeah, you in front of me and he behind me. I'm talking to both of y'all, man.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going for the setup. I'm going for the setup.
All
right,
well,
bet.
Check this out, brother. You do your Texas gumbo, I'm gonna do Louisiana gumbo. We gonna see what they say.
Yeah.
We can have a surprise dish too now.
Man, cook
I'll
it.
do something I know you can't do.
Man, I'll cook a human. Yeah, I'll cook a human and make it taste good. Bring it.
Say, bro, look, we about to end the podcast show right now, bro. So y'all, we got the Magnolia Twins on our show. Shout out to Rashid. I got that Rashid and y'all too about playing with me with that crypto Jesus. But anyway, bro, thank y'all, bro. I love y'all. Gonna have to y'all later. Yeah, man. So
This behind the scenes how the kitchen wars is created, man. So you see Texas finna go to war with Cleveland and New Orleans. If New Orleans make a showing, they have been known to pump fake.
Yeah, that was New Orleans, they pump faking. And I just want y'all to know right now, I'm with Texas. So I'm making my claim right now. I'm with Texas, y'all. Can you get my paddle, brother? Can you have my paddle? I'm with Texas.
Anybody interested in the competition, hit Giggity up. Hit up the Gang Related Podcast. Hit me up. We ain't ducking no smoke. Anybody that want to initiate a challenge, all challenges is accepted.
But one of the conditions is you gotta be respectful. We just having fun. Getting all your feelings and getting all disrespectful. We ain't with that now.
Yeah, we too old for that. We done aged out of that. This just some good, clean fun, coming together and sharing our cultures with each other, and getting paid in the process of doing it. Yeah, this ain't nothing but behind the scenes plight on how we can stimulate, innovate, and create.
Yeah, so y'all want to participate, make sure you gotta be respectful. Let's have some fun, and let's see what happens. I'm going for the Texas gumbo.
And if you a sore loser, stay out the challenge. Stay out the competition. No, don't nobody need to be dying because you got our cook, man.
Don't bring no Dracos and F to the cookout. Yeah,
and we got, man.
And then one more thing. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
We got Diesel out the mouth right here. He specializes in washing dishes. So whoever come to cook, don't worry. We got a professional dishwasher.
$50 an hour, y'all.
Tell them again.
$50 an hour. Professional dishwasher.
Everybody know if you cook, you don't clean. If you clean, you don't cook. And if you eat, you got to contribute.
Big fact. So you got to do something. So let's have fun, y'all. Let's get it. And we out.
All right. Yeah. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. That's how they know, bro.